Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I just cannot get enough of these Halloween looks. I just keep seeing things posted, it keeps making me want to try things. I don't know, I just can't get enough of it. So today, obviously, I did a little bit of skull makeup, and it was actually really easy. So if you would like to see how I created this really cool skeleton look that was honestly so easy, then go ahead and just keep on watching. So I'm starting by taking my Rimmel face primer and I'm just going to work that into my skin and make sure my skin is nice and ready for my foundation. Then I'm taking my Maybelline foundation and I'm just going to place that onto my face. Then I'm going to take my Real Techniques Beauty Blender and just really bounce that in and make sure the skin is really looking nice and smooth to give myself a nice good base. Next, I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder and I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and just get my entire face with that powder, make sure it's really set down and ready for all the makeup we're going to be putting on top of it. Then we're going to start with the mouth. So I'm going to take my Maybelline concealer and place a little bit on the back of my hand and just use a small flat brush and really start to work that concealer into my lips and right around my lips and just kind of map out that area where I'm going to have my mouth be. Now I'm just grabbing a light matte shade of eyeshadow and just placing that everywhere that I just put the concealer to really set that concealer down so that we can start to draw on the teeth. Now I'm going to take a nice tiny brush and use some black eyeshadow and just really start to map out where I want the teeth to be. I'm going to make the front teeth a little bit longer than the molars, but I'm really just placing these lines down and figuring how far I want the mouth to go, and then I will really draw on the teeth and figure out where I want them placed from there. And I'm just doing the same thing on the bottom that I did on the top, just really getting those teeth placed in with the eyeshadow. And this is what the mouth is looking like so far. Now I'm going to grab that same black eyeshadow and just fill in the parts of my lips that you can see in between, and then take my L'Oreal black liner and that little thin brush and just kind of go over the lines and make them look a little bit more precise. And now I'm dipping back into that black eyeshadow and I'm just going to continue to fill in the insides of my lips to really create a nice shadow look on the inside, and also fill in between the teeth on the sides of my face as well. I'm just using that black shadow to really fill in between all the teeth and blend it out a little bit and just make it look nice and seamless. And next I'm going to grab a more of a cooler tone brown that's lighter and just really start to sketch out the lines on my face to figure out where I want the whole shape to be. And I'm just doing the same thing on the other side, making sure both sides are nice and symmetrical. And then I will take some black shadow and start to line on top of that now that I've got the placement down. And I'm really just going to start drawing in the eyeshadow on both sides of my face, but really just making sure that it's nice and deep. And I'm just going to take that same eyeshadow and just start blending that down from the original line that I placed. I want to make it look a little bit more dark in the hollows and then blend it out a little bit more as we go down the cheek. And I'm just really blending that shadow down and making sure it's nice and blended out. And I want to make sure that it's giving a shadow effect on the face. And then I will take it up a little bit towards my temples just to give some curves right on that side. And then I will start to do the same thing on the other side of my face, drawing out that black line. And then I will continue to shade that black color down my face as well, just to match exactly what I did on the other side. And then I'm just grabbing a white eyeshadow and just filling in a little bit of the teeth that I covered up with that black shadow, just to have them showing through a little tiny bit through that shadow on my cheek. And now I'm just going to take that same black shadow and bring that all the way under my jawline to give a nice shadow effect, and just really blend it in underneath my chin to make it get rid of my double chins basically, and just blend that all the way down. And now I am just going to start to lightly fill in my temples with that same black shadow to create another shadow effect around my face. I'm just lightly filling that in. And I'm just doing that same thing all along the top of my head just to give a more skull-like look, just tracing that line out, and then I will gently start to fill in the areas that I want to look shadowed out and to make it look more like a skull. And I'm just going to continue to slowly fill that in and really get it the same on both sides. And now I'm grabbing my black liner by L'Oreal and I'm going to start to work on the nose. So first I'm going to draw lines down the sides of my nose where the hollows of my nose will be, and I'm going to slowly draw those down, and then I will start to fill in all the places where I want it to be black. I will bring it all the way down underneath of my nose and then fill in the entire center with the black liner. Now I'm just taking that black shadow again and I'm just going to pat that over top of the black liner on my nose just to set it all down and make sure it doesn't wipe away and that it doesn't smudge or anything like that. And I felt like my forehead wasn't quite dark enough along with the rest to go along with the rest of my face, so I'm just grabbing that black shadow and just blending it a little more into my hairline and making the color a little bit deeper. And with that same black shadow, I'm just going to start to fill in the hollows of my eyes and make them look really, really deep and dark. And basically, I'm just going to make a black circle all the way around both of my eyes. And I'm not blending it too much because I really just want it to look like there's a big like hollow hole there. So I don't want to blend it out too much because then it's just going to make it look more smoky rather than hollow. And I'm just doing the same exact thing on the other eye, just trying to make them look as symmetrical as possible without shading it out too much because I still want the eyes to look nice and hollow. And then I'm going to grab some brown shadow and I'm just going to start putting a little bit of shading on my face, like around the tops of my eyes and my forehead, just to really give my face a little bit more depth and to make it look a little bit more realistic. I'm just doing the same thing right on my cheeks a little bit just to create a tiny bit of a shadow. Nothing crazy, but just filling it in just a tiny bit. Now I'm just taking a black pencil liner and I'm going to fill in the water lines on both bottom and top of my eyes just to go along with that black eyeshadow that we have going. And then I'm just taking a nice black mascara and I'm just going to coat my lashes very lightly just so that they kind of blend in with the black as well. And for the last step, I am just taking some white eyeshadow and I'm just highlighting the high points of my face. So I'm taking it on my cheekbones, my forehead, and right on top of my eyebrows, and that will be it. And here we are with our completed skull look. I think it came out really, really cool, but I do want to know what you guys think. Also, send me pictures of skull looks that you've done. Put your own twist on it, do your own thing, and I don't know, I think it was really fun, and I think this is my last Halloween makeup tutorial of this Halloween season because the season is ending. You guys make me so happy, and thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.